in the right perspective. If you struggle with putting things in the right perspective and need a mindset shift sometimes, today's segment is for you. I am Crystal Taylor, owner of Fitness is Not a Game, and it is your Monday Messages segment, but on a Tuesday. It don't matter what day of the week it is. All it matters is that you get the motivation that you need to stay on track. So I have my deck of Monday Messages affirmation cards, shuffling my deck, and we're going to see what our message is for the day. So if you're here with me, say hey. If you catch on the replay, do me a favor and type replay in the chat. So you know I'm picking a random message, just pulling it out. Let's see what our card is today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is a good one. You ready? It says, in life, you have 3 choices: to give up, give in, or give it your all. Choose wisely. You see that? Now, that's the thing. Too often, folks will just give up because it's easy. It's easy to give up sometimes as opposed to putting in the work. Or they just give in, like, you know what, I really want this, but I'm tired of fighting, so I'm just going to give in, as opposed to giving it your all and really going for what you want. So in those moments, you have to ask yourself, and there are times when you should just go ahead and give it up and give in. But if you know it's something that you really want, you have a real deal goal, those first 2 options aren't even options. Your only option is the last one, is to give it your all. Now, what does that look like? A lot of times people think that giving your all is always 100% all the time. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. Sometimes your all may be 40% at that time. Sometimes giving your all is 60%. But whatever you have, give it. Because what we don't want is for you to give some of it and then have that regret of saying, man, what if I had just done more? What if I had just made a different decision? When you decide to give it your all, no matter what, good morning, Miss Cynthia, we're actually still alive. That's when you can feel confident in what you're doing, right? Because a lot of times we give up, we give in, and then we get real frustrated with ourselves because we know we could have done more. Your your mind gives out before your body does. At the end of the day, whether you say you can or you can't, you're always right, right? So if you say you can't do something and you give up, your body's like, cool, we can't. We're not going to do it. But when you say, well, I can, and I'm going to give it my all, at least try, you have that satisfaction of knowing that you tried. And since that didn't work, now you also have the added benefit of adjusting and making changes to see what else you can try and what else you can give your all in, as opposed to just giving up. There's no such thing as quitting, y'all. Not when you really want something. There's no option to give up or give in when you really want something. So in those moments, you have to ask yourself, are you interested or are you committed? When you're committed, those first 2 options aren't options. When you're interested, you might just give up. You might just give in. But if you are committed to what you say your why is, what your goal is, why you want to lose weight, whether it's getting off medication, looking good, feeling good, having more energy, sleeping better, whatever the case may be, do you really want that, or are you just interested in it? That's the question for the day. Do you really want it, or are you just interested in it? Because if you really want it, you're so committed that these first 2 options of giving up and giving in are done. All you got is that laser focus to give it your all. You might still miss the mark, but guess what? Now you get to move the mark and adjust, because that's the one thing about goals. They always say your goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, or adjustable, realistic, and timely. And that A is really important to make it adjustable, because maybe your goal was super lofty and you should shoot for the stars. You should. But you might have to say, okay, well, let me adjust that and see what else I can do, because I'm going to keep giving them all until I get what I need. So if you needed that message to encourage yourself to stop giving up, because it's so easy to give up and walk away. If you want to stop giving in to somebody else as opposed to going for what you want, and you really want to give it your all. And you know, and I was about to go, but I'm gonna say this real quick. Even that giving in, as we're talking about health, sometimes we give in to our doctors, our healthcare providers. Let me know if this is you, where they say, you know what, I'm just gonna put you on this medication, as opposed to having that conversation about lifestyle shifts that could actually help you be healthier, get those numbers down, right? So some of you just say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, as opposed to saying, you know what, I don't think I want to be on medication for the rest of my life, because I probably don't need to be on medication for the rest of my life. So what else can I do? So don't give in if something doesn't sit well with you, if it's not really going towards your goals, because your goals aren't just weight loss. Your goal includes health. And we know that sometimes these medications in the long run can't be that healthy too. So just want to come to y'all. It's a Tuesday, but it don't matter. You can use these Monday messages on any day of the week for when you need a pick me up, because it's all about mindset. Sometimes we just don't look at things the right way. So this message was for you, and you had to remind yourself to give your all as opposed to give up or give in. Drop a 100 in the chat. Make sure you share out this post, tag your folks, and make sure if you're watching on YouTube, click the button to subscribe. So I'm Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. This has been your Monday message on a Tuesday, and I hope you enjoy it, because sometimes even I need to remind myself of that. Like, there's no giving up, not giving in. I'm gonna give my all. Lace up those boots, and let's go. So y'all have a good day, and I will see you again next week. Bye, y'all.